Combining like terms is an important part of solving equations. We combine like terms in order to make equations simpler and easier to solve. So just think about like terms in this sense. Here I have 5 very cute puppies, right? If I add the 5 puppies together, I get 5 puppies over here, right? I can combine all those puppies to make this picture. Look at this one down here. I have a bunny, a mouse, and an orange. If I add those together, do I get 3 kitties? No. So you can only combine things that are the same in order to get a group of things that are the same. I can't combine 3 things that are totally different and get a group of 3 things that are the same. Let me show you this in math. If I have an x here, an x here, an x here, an x here, and an x here, if I add these x's together, I get 5 x's over here. Makes sense, right? What if this bunny is a y, this mouse is a k, and this orange is an x? Can I add those all together to get 3x? No. But sometimes I see you guys do things like this. You'll add a y to an x, and you'll say that it's 2x or 2y. That doesn't make any sense. You have to remember the picture of the weird animals and the orange versus the picture of the puppies, and you will remember what you can and cannot combine. So remember when we did the soccer do now? And we grouped the Premier League together, we grouped the CAF together, and we realized that this team here is never going to play this team here, right? You can't combine things that are not the same. And we learned that like teams are teams that are the same league. Just like terms are variables with the same letter and the same exponent. So everyone should have these notes in their notebook. This is the model where we have like terms in the middle. We have the definition of a like term up here, characteristics, examples, and non-examples, okay? So if you don't have these notes, copy it from here and make sure you have them. You need to know what like terms are in order to solve equations. So remember that like terms are variables with the same letter and the same exponents. Let's combine the like terms in the examples below. So when combining like terms, first you need to identify the like terms. Well, I have a 5p here and a negative 5p here. So I'm going to combine them. 5 minus 5 gives me 0 times p, which gives me 0, minus 9, the 9 up here, equals negative 9. Let's do this one. First, I need to identify the like terms. So I need to locate the variables with the same letter and the same exponent. Here I have a negative 2w and a positive 9w. I combine them together. Negative 2 plus 9 gives me 7w. And then remember that constants are always like terms. I have 3 minus 2 gives me positive 1. Now a w and a 1, or a constant, are different terms. I cannot combine them any further. My answer is 7w plus 1. We will do one more example down here. Let's do a harder one. Let's do this one down here. I have an expression here. First, I need to identify the like terms. Like terms are variables with the same letter and the same exponent. I have a 5r here and a positive 4r here. I combine them. and I get 5 plus 4 gives me 9r. I have two constants here, so I will combine those. I have positive 2 and a positive 4. I combine them to become positive 6. 9r and positive 6 are not like terms. I cannot further combine. My answer is 9r plus 6. So when we do solving equations, it's very important for you to pay attention to the language that the test uses. There is a difference between simplify and solve. If you see the word simplify here, you will know that you have an expression with no equal sign, and you will not have an answer where it's x equals 2 or y equals 4. You will not have that. If the instructions say to solve, let's do this in a different color. If the instructions say to solve, you have an equation which has an equal sign, and you will have an answer, such as x equals 2 or y equals 4. So let's apply the language that we learned to the questions below. Let's do this first one here. It says to simplify. That means my answer will be an expression. It will not have an equal sign, and I will not be solving for x. Sometimes you will be left with 3x plus 4 plus y, and you will add an equal sign and start solving. I don't know why you guys do that. Do not do that. So here, I need to simplify, which means I identify my like terms. Like terms are variables with the same letter and the same exponent. I have a 3x here and a negative x here. I combine them to get 2x plus 28. 2x and 28 are both different terms. I cannot combine them any further. My answer is 2x plus 28. Let's do the second one. It says simplify. Therefore, my answer will be an expression. It will not have an equal sign, and I will not get an answer of x equals something. So here, I need to identify the like terms. Remember that like terms are variables with the same letter and the same exponent. So here I have a negative 4y squared. I have a negative 2xy. I'm going to make that a different color because they are not the same term. I have a positive 7xy. I'm going to make that the same color as the negative 2xy. And then I have a y squared. I'm going to make that blue. So now I combine my like terms. I have an xy here and an xy here. I combine them. Negative 2 plus 7 gives me 5xy. That's a positive xy, so I put the plus sign in front. I combine negative 4y squared plus y squared gives me negative 3y squared. Y squared and xy are two different terms. I cannot combine them any further. My answer is negative 3y squared plus 5xy. Now that we know what it means to simplify, let's solve. When we see the word solve here, that means that we are going to have an equation which has an equal sign, and therefore we will get an answer, such as x equals 2, x equals 3. Let's solve this equation here. First, we combine like terms. I identify my like terms here. I have a negative 6y and a positive 2y. And then I have two constants here, positive 10 and a negative 8. I draw the line to solve the equation, and then I combine those terms that I've identified. Negative 6 plus 2 gives me negative 4y. Positive 10 minus 8 gives me positive 2. I drop down the equals 4. And now I have made this much easier for myself by combining the like terms. Here is my y. This positive 2 here is connected to the negative 4y by the operation of addition. I need to do the inverse operation to move it to the other side. Remember, you can't give candy to just one kid if you have 2 kids. So I need to minus 2 on both sides. The 2 cancels here. I get negative 4y equals 2. The negative 4 is connected to the y through the operation of multiplication. Therefore, I need to divide both sides by negative 4. And I get y equals negative 1/2. Notice how my answer is something equals. The equal sign at the start and the word solve here lets me know I will be solving for a variable. Let's do the last one. The word here says to solve. Therefore, I have an equation with an equal sign, and my answer will be in the form of x equals 2, y equals 4, something like that. So first, let me combine like terms. Like terms are variables with the same letter and the same exponent. I have a 2x here, I have a negative x here, and then I have a constant. Let me draw the line to solve my equation. I combine 2x minus x gives me just a positive x plus 11 equals 22. The 11 is connected to the x with the operation of addition. I need to do the inverse operation of subtraction to move the 11. I get x equals positive 11. Try to do these on your own. I will put the work up in just a moment, but pause the video and do these on your own. So here are the answers. Look at the work. I've color-coded it for you. When I draw a yellow box, I'm combining like terms. Green writing is the new steps. Black writing is what I haven't changed from the previous step. So I'll give you a minute to copy this, and then you should have it.